Alright, everyone. I have to share a pretty funny story of something that just happened to me that kind of ties in with the Law of Attraction video from yesterday. So, I'm over at my mom's. It's not like a super fancy neighborhood, but it's definitely nicer than where I live, which is in the city. But yeah, so she lives in the suburbs and, you know, like, I guess upper middle class neighborhood. And I was just walking my dog around the block. And, I mean, if you have a dog, you know how it is. If they have to go to the bathroom, like, you can't control when that's going to happen, you know? It's just like, nature calls and there's grass. I mean, what are you going to do? I guess it's kind of part of the reason you walk your dog too, is you want them to go to the bathroom. So anyway, I was walking, and I've never run into this before, and I lived in a different city for like 8 years, but I grew up here and I didn't know people like were like this in this neighborhood. But anyway, my dog pooped on this guy's lawn, and like it didn't appear like anybody was home, and not that I would ever leave just like poop on the ground, but I picked it up, you know. I don't leave it, but even if nobody's watching, even if I'm in the city, so I pick up the poop, and I mean, not to get too graphic, but it was a little on the mushy side, so I probably didn't get like every last like morsel of it. And as soon as I'm like picking it up, I hear the garage door go up, and I was like, well, that's, you know, whatever, coincidental timing, you know, like I didn't think twice about it. I picked it up, I kept walking, and I'm like 2 houses down, and I hear this guy, and he's screaming F-bombs. He's got this little like garden shovel, and he's flinging the tiny little bits of poop that might have maybe still been left on like 2 blades of grass into the street. And he's just F-bombs, like all over the place. F-bombs and keep your shit on your own lawn kind of thing. And so like I wasn't trying to be confrontational, but I turned around and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I kind of had to yell at this point because I was far enough down, but I was like, I'm really sorry. I tried to pick up the best I could. And he goes, well, you need to keep your dog shit on your own lawn. And meanwhile, there's a woman across the street who's probably in her 80s, and she's like, I've never seen that dog before, which is complete bullshit. But so she's saying that, and he's yelling at me, and I said, you know, I'm sorry, I can't control when he has to go. And so anyway, he just proceeded to keep yelling profanities at me, and what can I do but just, you know, try to send him love and walk away. But here I am. It just got me thinking, and I'm like, you know what? It's just like my mom yesterday. Like, if this guy's biggest problem is that he has like a couple morsels of like dog poop on a couple blades of grass in his front yard, that he's getting that fired up about it, like, I don't know. First of all, I feel kind of bad for him that it, like, he was that out of control about the situation, especially seeing that I had actually picked it up. I totally understand if I had left it there, totally different story. But yeah, the guy was in a rage, and I felt kind of bad for him. I had to laugh about it to myself just so I didn't like drop down into that negative vibration with him. But and then I got to thinking, like, obviously this isn't the first time that this has happened to him, where someone's left dog poop on his lawn. You know, like, I'm not the first one. I'm sure he's had others. And law of attraction, you know, you're putting that much energy into a dog, a 10-pound dog leaving a couple maybe pieces of poop on a couple blades of grass in your front lawn. That's how much energy you're going to give to that incident. No wonder it keeps happening, and it's probably going to keep getting worse and worse, you know? So anyway, energies are picking up for sure. Today is new moon. You're manifesting like crazy. Uranus moved into Taurus today for the first time since the early 1940s, and it's big changes, man. energy is shifting, and we are manifesting so quickly right now. Just be careful. Be careful what you're thinking about, what you're giving your attention and your energy to, because you could you could end up with 10 piles of dog shit on your front lawn. Just saying. See ya.